while I'm doing this. Let me get my bat knob mask out so I can try to focus. Let me stop the stacking. Let me go over to
telescope slewing to target.
I'm slewing the SAF in the bottom of Orion.
Telescope slew complete.
Let me zoom in. And let me tweak focus. And of course, I'm always going the wrong way. I think the atmosphere is rolling tonight. Okay.
Telescope slewing to target.
Okay, back to the center of the Orion Nebula.
Telescope slew complete.
Okay. Okay. Who just popped in? Hi, Kurt. Doing some experimenting. Doug Murphy had posted some hints on how to speed up stacking with the SkyRadar software. And I am experimenting. So right now I have it looping in 1 second mode. So this is 1 second with the DS16C. And now you can see I'm coming over here to do an additive stack of 6 deep sky enable. And you see the OK popped up already. And now it's starting to stack 1 second exposures. If the counter stops moving like it just did, his trick is just tap on the screen and you can see it's continued again. Yes, this is M42. That's your trapezium area in the center. So it's now stacking 1 second exposures, adding 6 of them together. So it's a 6-second total stack. And you can see the counter is still going up. So let me now stop that. So I'm back to a 1-second exposure. Let me go down to a stop it and go to a 2-second loop. I'm going to start looping 2 seconds. So what you're seeing there is the 2-second exposure, and now I'm going to try to stacking them. It doesn't like when I do the aligned frames. When I do the aligned frames is when the Pink Floyd kicks in. So there's something still going on with the aligned frames. Let me go back to just enable and not align frame. So now we're just adding 6 2-second exposures. No, what happens is when you hit this alignment feature right here, it says align frames. It's supposed to align the stars, so even if you're in an Altaz mounted scope, it will still align and stack these stars properly. For some reason, the other night it worked fine. Tonight it's not doing so well. I got to see if I can apply a dark. This is no dark applied. 2-second exposures. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to find me a dark. I have a dark, I think, somewhere on here. Import a dark. Okay, somewhere. Dark, Star Vision, Darks, DS16. There's a dark for the DS16C. Okay. And I am going to enable that dark. And now I'm going to go back to the live stacking. Go. See what happens. So I've applied a dark from a long time ago. It's not a good dark because I can still see little colorful pixels. But that's aligning 6 2-second exposures. So let's see, I'm disable live. Let me go back and change the exposure length. Okay, now stop. Let's go to 5 seconds. Now I'm going to loop 5 seconds. And now let me see if I can now stack 6 5-second exposures. See, the OK already appeared. So that's 6 5-second exposures. Hi, Will. I'm testing Doug Murphy's MallinCam Sky fix or improvement. It's not perfect. See, every now and then it just stopped at 11 and it stopped building. So if you click somewhere in the window, not the software itself, but on a desktop, it continues. Now you can see now it's at 14. Hey, Bill, 15. It's not bad with a almost first put a moon out and the sky is still blue. Do I dare try some of the well, this is the if you've seen the post that I made the other day, Doug Murphy has been working on trying how to speed up the DS 2.3 plus stacking, and he bumped into something called the problem with single core programs running on multi-core computers. And you basically have to assign the software to a single core. And once you do that, then it works much smoother. So I've already assigned MallinCam Sky to processor 1, and it's now, as you can see, it's now at 27 in and 26 out. So it is adding, what I'm doing is I'm adding 6. It's an additive stack. The issue I'm having is when I go to hit the align frame, that's when the pink Floyd effect kicks in. And if people want to see what the pink Floyd effect is, watch. I'm going to hit, I mean, since I'm German equatorial, the pictures have been adding pretty well, but now I'm going to align frames, which means aligning the stars in the individual frames together. And see, it did not like that. So now I got to undo that, and let's go back to, let's try a different exposure length. Stop. Let's go to 10 seconds. So I'm looping 10 seconds now. And you can see the exposure timer on the bottom right. That's a single 10 seconds. And now I'm going to try to align maybe 4. Okay. It did not like that. Did I hit loop? There's 10 seconds. Single 10-second one. There should be 2 10-second exposures added. Let's see what happens if it... It's better, but it's still not perfect. Oh, mosquitoes. Ow, I was stacking 4. Yeah, I'm running at about f4.5, I'm guessing. I really should take a dark for the night, but I just applied a dark I took, I think last November, when I first got the camera. Boy, mosquitoes are just unbelievable. Nope. Yeah, the mount's not tracking that well. Am I in sidereal? Yeah, I'm in sidereal rate, but I'm not. Stars are not aligned. Okay, so let me unclick that. Let me stop the loop. Yes and no. I like this camera. I like the DS 2.3. I was using that today on the sun, and I was also using the Star Vision. Hey, Doug. I still got issues with the fix is not perfect. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, you'll see. I'm looping 5-second exposures now on Orion. That's a 5. Now I'm going to enable a stack of 4. And it said okay already, so that part's good. But as soon as I hit the align frame, that's when it goes Pink Floyd. Watch. I just hit align frames. And already had, what, 4 stacked or 3 stacked? I said click on the. Well, now that you showed up, maybe you won't do it. So for now, this time it's working. Maybe it's because the sky's getting darker. The sky was pretty white before. Yes. Well, right now it is taking and aligning the frames, 4 of them. I think yeah, it's 12 and 11. 12 in, 11 out. 13 and 12. So it is working. So I have to say what you have discovered is a great improvement on how the camera worked. The camera's DS 2.3 Plus and DS 16Cs worked with MallinCam Sky and stacking, especially the DS 16C. It just would not work at all. My God, what does that sound like inside the truck? No, it's not perfect. It's better. And it looks like right now the exposure stopped. Now it's starting again. Now you said I could adjust the histogram without. And I was doing that last night. I adjusted the histogram. That's going to make it lighter though. I really don't want to make it lighter. I want to make it darker. What about contrast and, oh, there's the infamous Pink Floyd. Okay. Let me go down to dark level. Dark level. You mean black level or dark level? Black level. Raising should be all the way to the left side to get darker. Yeah. So now I am in. Let me go and stack 6. I'm going to hit the align frames now and see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Bump, 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 and Pink Floyd enters the picture. Well, let's see what happens if eventually it averages out the and aligns the stars. Because the last night before last, when I played with this, I had the wrong tracking rate, and when I changed to sidereal, then after the 6th stack, by the time I got to the 7th one, then all the stars lined up. So let's see what happens. So I'm at 11, 10 out. 12 and 11. See if eventually, boy, that's way too much. Come on, I gotta get one more in the stack. It's still not perfectly aligned. Let's see. And I got a brightness is, wow. That's way too many. Oh. Yeah, that's, I got a, something, let me change. Bump, bump. How many did I have in the stack? What was my exposure? My exposure is 5 seconds. Color adjustments. I'm going to raise the gamma. Lower the brightness. Lower the saturation a little. Okay, before I start. And then there's the histogram. And now let's try stacking 6. Okay. Oh, the background. My sky is still, is it reddish because of the moon? It's way too red. tried lowering the red. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, and I could try increasing this. Yeah, I did lower the red a little. Let's see. Went to -40 on the red. Later, Jim. I'm noticing I'm getting some vignetting. Oh, no, no, no. Color's way off. Yeah, something's not right, Doug. And it's getting brighter and brighter. I'm only stacking 6. Okay, gamma, gamma, gamma. That's going to make it brighter. I had gamma at 1.8. So, yeah, oh, no. I normally run the gamma all the way up. Okay, so now I'll raise this to black is now at 10. That's going to make it even brighter though. I don't know why it was working better last. Of course, it was less of a moon last night. Way too much. I think I'm going to stop stacking as many as I'm stacking. Oh, kill that. That's a single one. Yeah, putting the hist at 100, that's going to make it real dark like it did. Yeah, you want to keep the I'll keep it up high. See how it just got darker with the single frame? And then see, I got the gamma at 1.8. If I move the gamma back, if you move the gamma to the left, it moves the peak to the right, see? Let me see, wait a minute. What's going on? It's getting dark over there too. Oh, it's called obstruction by the dome. "11" scope is about a 2. Okay. Ah, man. Okay, so where are we now? We're at the power dome rotation. That's me walking over there and pushing a button and turning it. Ah, mosquitoes. Ow. Let's see what happens if I stack 4 of these. They sprayed last night for mosquitoes, but they sure didn't do a good job. Something doesn't look right. The image looks like it really went funky. Something's not right, guys. Let me go back. Stop the exposure. Yep, I have a fan right below white balance. Still at the histogram at default. I had a better image before. What's the exposure time? I'm looping at 5 seconds. Let's see what the 5-second looks like. Okay, that's 5 seconds. Everything's set to default. Stacking 4. I already got the okay. I'm going to hit the align button. Let's see what happens. It's supposed to only be aligning 4. Okay, so that's 4 5-second exposures aligned. I'm going to take you up what you said. Let me get my little fan blowing. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got the fan going. Oh, Pink Floyd. Restart. Doug, I'm having the main issues when I hit the align frames. Yeah. So right now it's just enabled. The stacking is enabled, but the align frames is off. Align frames is not checked. Like now? Well, I just clicked the align frame. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. Now let me see if I can, if I raise the gamma, that should darken the image. I went from 1 to 1.25, so over a stack of 4, it should, oh, see, I got Pink Floyd again. Stars in the corner did not align. They're out spraying for mosquitoes again tonight. I'm going to raise the brightness a little bit. Could either raise brightness or I could, oh, yeah. Yeah, these 16 megapixel images are not the easiest to handle. I mean, I have a quad i7 quad core and 32 gigs of RAM, but that's still a lot of data to play with. We'll see what happens to the stars at the edge of the field if they ever will clear up. One thing I could do too is now I could bring in the histogram a little bit to see if it'll lighten it a little. I just clicked the screen. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have to try this with the DS 2.3 Plus. You got it. Well, my test last night worked, night before last worked great. Tonight, not so much. What time is it now? Oh, it's 8:35. So it's just about the end of twilight. Yes, they are. The data is just pegged out on the side over here. Well, let's see. Let me do a 10-second exposure. See if I can get that histogram off the right side. I mean left side. See, I moved the dark black level, which moved the peak off the left side. So did you ever try gamma 6/10? Let's see, gamma, let's go gamma 6/10. Well, there's gamma 6/10. I mean, lower the black level, move it to the left. See if you raise to the left. Okay. Okay, that's about 70. That's 70 right there. That's a single 10-second. And then you can raise the black point to 10. And then let's see what happens when we stack 4 of them. Bring the left up. Left of which? Which slider are you talking about, Bill? The left slider of the histogram? That'll make it darker. Black to 25. So now I have black to 25. Too much. Too much power, Captain. Let's lower the white. I mean, raise the white to 200, see what happens. Yeah, that got a little bit too aggressive. Let's see what happens with the next. It should start getting darker. Yeah, I'm at 200 right now. I got it from 25 to 200. Let's see what happens with the next one. It should start getting darker and darker as Spawn. Definitely got to get a better dark field. And I enabled the dark from back in November. I think it's still enabled. Yep. Um, 1312. 1413. So it is refreshing. Yeah. I may have to lower the raise to 225. Yeah. 255, I mean. Yeah. Yep, I'm at 30 to 255. It still freezes 1918. That isn't. Okay, wake up. I think you went to sleep, Doug. Oh, started again. I mean, clip it a little bit. Oh, we lost the alignment with that one. Okay. Well, I'm making a recording. I'm going to post it, and hopefully Rock can pass this on to the programmers so they can hopefully. I'm at 35 now, so I'm clipping a little bit, but yes, when you grab when you adjust the black point, the left side, it does tend to freeze a little bit. Gain is max. Yeah, Rock always says the run is DS16C at max, and I think the exposure is 10 seconds. Oh, and the stars did not align. Back again, starting. I think it froze. Okay. And we're back at the 10-second exposure. That's a stack of 2. Evening, Dave. Yeah, Doug, I think this DS16C is a special animal. Just way too much data to manipulate. Yeah, it does. Well, again, it just, yeah, my 8-inch hyperstar, it's almost 3 degrees measured diagonally. It's huge. I think I lost my star limit again. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. Yeah, moving it to the right a little. Okay. Let that settle down. Yes, it does. It does just stop. See, I'm still inside aerial rate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now let me go back and enable the stacking. Input 1. Okay already. Okay. There's a stack of 2. 3. You sure, huh? Okay. Align. 4. So we got the stack of 4 there. In your histogram, the colors are pretty well lined up. But a nice dark would really make a big difference. Where is saturation? Let me click. Saturation's at default 128. Suggestions for saturation? So it's still stacking. 11 out of 12. Oh, and so clip some more data. Okay, I'm at 37 now. See, right now I just jinxed it. 1917. You see more detail in the bright areas. Don't know. Don't know if that's your monitor on your end or if it's. Yeah, the gamma's already. Where is it now? Gamma's at being 0.59. Should I try a shorter exposure and a larger stack? Let's see. Okay, I went stop. I was at 10 seconds, so go to 8, 7, 7 seconds. Starts. Okay, let's raise the saturation. Raise it to 150. 155. Okay, 155. Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, increase the saturation. Still adding 4. Of course, now we're really clipping the data. probably around f4.5. I mean, the focal roots are supposed to yield a 0.5 reduction, and I have the 10mm spacer, so I'm guessing at what the f ratio is. It's somewhere around f4.5. I'm guessing. I'm definitely clipping data. I lowered the histogram, the black point to 30. Let's see what happens. See if it gets too bright. Yeah, the center is definitely washed out. Let me see if there's anything else in the sky I can try. Let me see where the moon is relative to. The other problem tonight is moonlight. Yeah, we have a lot of big moonlight. I wonder if I should try M82.